Hey Korbanth Saber fans, Aiden here. Today we have the Found Spectre Saber for you guys. We're going to unbox it, showcase all the features, and go through the various fonts for you guys. When you first get the Saber, you're going to want to unscrew the back end pommel cap. The chassis is stuck in there pretty snugly, so you're going to have to yank at the Saber a little bit. This time it just came out easy. Other times it has not come out as easy. Got your nice crystal here, and you got the nice machine metal parts that look like it's from inside the Star Wars universe. The first thing you're going to want to do when you get your Saber and get the chassis out is take this battery right here and put it in the battery charger that we provide with you for this Saber. You're going to want to give it a good overnight charge to expand the lithium ion battery cells within here so you have an adequate charge each time you go to use the Saber. Something that's very important when you're putting the battery back inside the Saber is that you put the plus side to the plus side on the chassis and the minus side to the minus side. The plus always has a nub, and there's a nub right there, and this side, which is the minus, always is flat, and there's a flat right there. So nub to nub and flat to flat. Then you simply flick on the kill switch.
Come on, your turn!
And you're good to go. Then when you're putting it back inside the Saber, this will be your ignition switch right here. It's a one-button Saber, so relatively easy to use. Then you locate the switch on the chassis right there in the middle. Make sure they're lined up correctly. And then you get it inside the Saber. Make sure it's pushed in there all the way. That is all the way. The chassis will be sticking out a little bit, but then you're going to put the back end pommel cover on, and so it won't be touching. Then once you're all screwed on, you're going to want to make sure that it's working by pressing the button. And as you guys can hear and see, it is working. All right, let's get a blade inside this guy and show you off all the fonts and features. This Found Spectre Saber right here takes a 7/8 inch NeoPixel blade. It's a little bit thinner than the typical 1-inch blades, but it is much easier to swing around. So when you get it all installed and ready to go like this, as I said before, this is a one-button Saber, so one button to turn it off and do all the cool features and effects. Simple press to turn it on. Press and hold to turn it off. Then when the Saber's on, briefly press for blast or deflect. If you hold it briefly and tap onto the Saber like that, you can get blade lockup. Then release, and it'll release the blade lockup. You can also turn it off by flicking your wrist. To change fonts, you're going to do this.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Press and hold for about 1.5 seconds and then release. I know this font doesn't have music, so to showcase the music, you got to go to this Anakin font, and since it's a one-button Saber, you're going to double tap on the ignition button. All right, let's take you guys through the rest of the fonts.
Only a Sith feels an absolute. I will do what I must.
Where is he? Master Windu!
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
The Force is with you, Skywalker.
May the Force.
The Force will be with you. Always. At last we will have our revenge.
Ahsoka Tano. I'm all the Jedi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm Qui-Gon Jinn.
Rey Skywalker.
You could never see me.
I'm ready.
Darth
You will hang on my wall for eternity.
Care to introduce me to your friends, Caleb?
You're full of surprise.
Mario Kart 8! This is an N1.
From our experience.
Ezra?
And back to the beginning for you guys. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. Again, thanks as always for watching the cool instructional videos. And again, as always, may the Force be with you.